All right, headed out of town. Friday afternoon traffic. We got the Aliner and the boy in tow. And the only thing we forgot this weekend was food. But we will take care of that by shopping when we get to where we're going. And probably picking something up. We'll be doing a lot of exploring, so hopefully we'll find nuts and berries around the yellow arches or something. So, all right, let's get moving here. Let's get out of all this traffic. We are driving on US 64, which is a really pretty route through North Carolina. And today it just happens to be taking us exactly where we want to be, but it's a nice road, very good condition. It doesn't have shoulders like any other road in North Carolina, but it does have wide right-of-ways on either side. But we are driving in about a 40 to 50 mile an hour wind. The wind is just awful today. And there's a lot of debris over the roads. A couple of trees we've passed that were down and on the road. I hope where we get to the campground we don't have problems getting in. I just ordered a whole lot of trail cleaning equipment. We're running into a lot of bugs, as you can tell on the windshield here. It makes it hard to focus the camera too, but I always say that if you're on the road, pick the US highways. They're so much nicer than the interstates. I can't imagine how the wind would be up on the interstates with the trucks and everything. So this is the Mortimer Campground. This is where you pay. I'll try to be steady here. I'm not using the gimbal at the moment. But you pay in this little box. Envelopes are down underneath. You stick your money down in there. You occupy your campsite, and then you come back and pay and sign up. But this is the bathhouse. This is one bathhouse way out at the beginning of the campground. And the men's is broken for some reason. I mean, it's a regular bathroom, toilet, and then there's a shower room. Again, this is the men's, but I think the shower room's the same. But they've got an upper and a lower, and they do have a soap dish, knobs for whatever you want, upper and lower, and they have a little heat lamp. But they do have hooks and benches and things like that, so it's pretty nice. But let's go up and see the rest of the campground. And there's like an old picnic area here that used to be campsites, I think, which is why they have the bathrooms down here, but they don't let you camp here anymore because it is a danger for flood. And you go across this little bridge, and there's signs that say you can't go across this bridge if there's flooding because the water comes up over the bridge. And there's campsite 6 is the first one. So I think there used to be 6 campsites up in the front that aren't there anymore. 7 on the right, 8 on the left, 9 on the right, 10 on the left. Oh no, 10 on the right, 14 on the left. 11. I guess they come around the outside and then come back. And there's a little loop at the end, the big group camp with a big family here. This is the creek trail right there. And then this is the bathroom where we are. And we're right across the road from it and the Aliner there. We're on site 13, which 13, 14, and 15 I guess are my favorite sites. No, this is my firewood. We went out and got more wood. It's not easy to get firewood with the Kila. He thinks they're all to be chewed up. You could break them up a little bit, it would be very helpful. Well, we are at the Mortimer Campground, National Forest Service campground. It's a really nice campground. It's one of the first places I did a YouTube video, and I'll put it up over here if you want to watch that original video. I did it with a little pocket camera, and it's in 720p instead of 1080. The best the camera could do, and was an awful camera, but this campground really made me think. It's a great little place. It has signs all over saying beware of flooding from the stream if it rains, to get the hell out. But we're up on a pretty good hill right here. We got an awesome campsite right next to the bathrooms and way away from the river, although the river is nice to listen to. But this weekend is spring break for some of the schools, so there's quite a lot of people here. Akilo is helping getting firewood, but I'm not sure it's really a lot of help. He does a very good job of making tinder, but it's so full of slobber it won't burn very well. He hasn't been camping since November, so, and then he had Dakota with him, so he just hung out with Dakota the whole time. Now he's all on his own, and he's got teenager exploratory discovery disease, so it's not easy keeping him in the campsite right at the moment. So I guess we're going to sit here and enjoy the fire, and we'll bring you back tomorrow morning. We're on this bridge over the Wilson Creek, and I just see these flowers, and they're so pretty. Wonder who can tell me what they are. I don't know if it's a vine on a tree or if that's the tree. This is quite a rock that just comes down, goes into the water. He needs motivation to go in, so we found him a stick. There's a stick. Get it. Get it. Oh, it's a good boy. Of course he gets me all wet. Wilson Creek and the town of Mortimer and Edgemont are closely allied in that the fates of both kind of relate. Wilson Creek starts on the top of Grandfather Mountain, and Mortimer was originally going to be the county seat, and it was a logging town that the Ritter Logging Company denuded the sides of the mountains and destroyed the forest as we would know it today, and as a result they had a big flood and a fire that really ravaged the town, washed it right away. And they did come back a little bit after the flood, but not really very much, and then they had another flood. And all this information is on my website, but this is the site of the logging company, which after the first flood was sold to a textile mill, I think, that made socks. And a lot of the buildings and the boiler houses are still here. There was a civilian conservation corps camp here. It's really very interesting. Check out the web page and get the whole story. This is the Wilson Creek Visitor Center. I'm not sure what it really does. It's got a little screened-in picnic area and a really nice little babbling brook. Bear canisters everywhere in this part of the National Forest. They got the fans running, so the visitor center was a little sparse. It was a very nice building, some like practically new cottage that has some interesting stuff about Wilson Creek and the National Forest, pamphlets that you'd find almost in any motel or store. And that had a couple of rooms to relax in for hikers. There are a lot of hiking trails in this area, but I'm not sure if there's anything like the Appalachian Trail that might go through here. But they had a huge table up in the second floor and a whole lot of beautiful pictures. But I don't know that it would be a especially wonderful stop on any trip to Mortimer. It just kind of looks like a nice place to rest if you're really beat. Bugs. Just outside Mortimer Campground is a little general store on this dirt road. It's really walking distance, but we just did a 6-mile hike, so I'm done walking. But they sell a lot of fly fishing supplies, and they make sandwiches and food. And Saturday they have a cheeseburger cookout. I'm wondering if I can get one still. But I'll take you in here and show you what this is like. This is a neat little place. What else you got that I can eat that's good?
We have hot dogs, we have sandwiches, turkey, ham, buffalo chicken, and roast beef.
How about a turkey sandwich?
Turkey. You want mustard or mayonnaise?
A little bit of mayonnaise, not much, just a little. And maybe if you got a lettuce or tomato on it.
Okay, you want cheese? I said cheese.
Yeah. Cheese, lettuce, tomato, little mayonnaise, bread.